Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. This is another installment of GMS End Time Health. Salakia didn't put one up a prior week, but we're gonna get into some benefits of these herbs that help with memory. I'm gonna grab a precept first because our memory in this thing is really important, brothers. Like this is a part of how we're able to preach this word. This is how we're able to edify, and us being able to remember these scriptures. It's not gonna save you to remember the scriptures, but it's gonna save you to apply them. But being able to remember them for you to be able to edify with is highly beneficial, man. It says this is 1 Corinthians 15:1. It says, Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preached unto you, which always ye have received, and wherein ye stand, by which also ye are saved, if you keep in memory what I preached unto you, unless ye have believed in vain, man. So being able to keep these precepts and these laws, statutes, commandments, these breakdowns in memory, is very important. I know some brothers, you'll listen to videos and or you'll be reading, and I deal with it too, man. And you'll be reading, and it's hard for you to retain some of the stuff you just read. These two things that I'm gonna bring out are very important, man, because I looked up the effects that stress has on your memory, and it's pretty staggering, man. It stress basically pushes out so much cortisone into your body, which cortisone is regulated by the thyroid, and it puts out so much cortisone to your body when you're stressed. And brothers, in this truth, you're gonna be stressed, man. You're gonna be put in that oil press, as the scriptures say. You're gonna be put in like the garden Yosemite, the oil press, man. You're gonna be pressed, man. You're gonna have some stress, but the effects that cortisone has on memory is high, man. How do you say it? It creates that mental fog, lack of retention of memory. It deteriorates the how do you say it? It's not hypothalamus. I think it's the hypothalamus in the mind that's responsible for new memory creation. And one of these things is something that we're supposed to have in our food, but due to Esau's how do you say it? Due to Esau's farming practices, the soil is stripped of this essential compound, man, and it's iodine. Now, this article, it says health benefits of iodine for thyroid health. It says there are many health benefits of iodine for thyroid health, as well as a complex relationship. Research affirms that iodine and micronutrient present in many foods we eat in trace amounts. Is key in helping the thyroid gland make hormones. The body cannot produce iodine by itself. We are required to get it from the foods we eat or supplement sources, man. It says a micronutrient concentration, as micronutrient concentrations in the soil are depleted due to natural or toxic overload factors, all these pesticides, never letting the land sabbaths happen. The soil doesn't hold the same strength, man. it tells you in the second Esdras that second or first Esdras, it tells you that the earth isn't in its strength right now, man. It says the foods that used to hold iodine have been depleted of the natural levels. People have gone from eating plant and sea-based foods to processed junk foods. I'm going to skip down to another paragraph. It says the thyroid gland is commonly referred to as the master gland, one of the largest endocrine glands in the body. It is responsible for a variety of super important processes such as the use of energy, creation of proteins, and an overall reaction to other forms of hormones. The key body functions of the thyroid manage that the thyroid manages are impossible to implement without the creation of its hormones. It says, I'm going to jump down. It says the thyroid cannot make these two hormones without first hosting 3 of the 4 iodine molecules, as well as the trace nutrient tyrosins in both of these 2 main hormones. It says the body does this by capturing iodine from the bloodstream and encasing it in an iodine trap. Without the adequate iodine, these hormones cannot be produced, and when this occurs, your health may suffer drastically. It says T3 and T4 are critical for metabolic functions that include metabolic rate and the growth of smooth functionality of almost all your body's major organ systems. It says, I'm going to jump down. What does this say? The relationship between the thyroid and glands are all stress, around 1 billion. Here, another staggering statistic from the World Health Organization estimates that around 1 billion people will suffer from some form of health issue due to lack of iodine in the diet. Estimate on Latin American countries show up to 25% of the population is at risk for goiters due to the thyroid function from the lack of dietary iodine. Now, see the way Esau practices his stuff. His farming practices strips all the soil of iodine. Now, these are some of the functions that it says there are many instances where dietary iodine converted to iodine within the body, meaning its potential to support wellness, is not reached. Here are some of the benefits for iodine supplementation. Keeps thyroid iodine levels in balance, improves thyroid and endocrine system functions, may improve emotional disorders, and balancing glandular systems, helps regulate hormone imbalances associated with weight gain, works as moisturizing expectorant for the respiratory tract, helps protect the thyroid from absorbing radical isotopes, assists in improving brain development, may assist in reducing or preventing goiters, aids in the improvement of autistic children, helps aid digestion, transit times of normal bowel function, increase energy and stamina have been reported, support breast milk production, that's for women, helps balance body odors, vaginal foot, underarm, helps detoxify harmful halogens like bromides, fluoride, and chlorine, man. So this is something important to get into your body, man. Got this other article goes into it a little bit too. It says 10 surprising facts of iodine. And it says 60% of the people in the world are iodine deficient. It says says iodine controls the functioning of the thyroid gland, which in turn has significant influence on metabolic processes in the body, and to helps in the optimum utilization of calories, thereby preventing the storage of excess fats, including the removal of toxins from the body, and assisting in the system and utilizing minerals and calcium and silicone. Now, here's some of the deficiency system. A deficiency of iodine can have serious effects on the body. The symptoms of the deficiency include frustration, depression, mental retardation, poor perception levels, goiters, abnormal weight gain, decreased fertility, coarse skin, chances of stillbirth in expecting mothers, constipation, and fatigue. In other cases, mental retardation associated with the disease, such as cretinism, I don't know how to say that, characterized by physical and malformations, can be a result. I'm going to jump down. See, iodine is supposed to be in our salts, but Esau strips the whole earth of all their natural resources. Now, let's get in here, preventing stillbirth, boost immune system. Hypothyroidism treats, prevents cancer, induces toxic chemicals. There's one on here that talks about the memory effects. Let's see if I can find this, probably on the other article. You know, the point is, man, this is very beneficial for your memory. I'm going to get to this other article. I don't want to make this video too long. There's another article. This is the second thing that you should get into your diet. It's called Bacopa. It's not super cheap. It's not super expensive, man. You have to spend a little bit of money for it. You know, it has the plant in the background. It comes from a flower. It says, also known as Barimi, Bacopa is used to treat a broad range of mind-related health concerns, including Alzheimer's disease, memory loss, anxiety, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD, epilepsy, and as a general tonic to fight stress. So you reduce those stress levels, man, you can help your memory out. Now it says stress reducer, anti-anxiety, memory improvement. It says a small double-blind 12-week study conducted in the neuropsychology laboratory at the School of Biophysical Science and Electrical Engineering in Australia had volunteers take 300 milligrams of Bacopa daily, while other volunteers received a placebo prior to the study commencing. Researchers tested all volunteers on visual information processing, memory, and speed of the information process, and the test was repeated 5 to 12 weeks after the study began. A significant improvement among the volunteers in the Bacopa group was found compared to those in the placebo group, leading researchers to conclude that it may improve higher order of cognitive processes that are critically dependent on the input of information from our environment, such as learning and memory, man. So this is something you can pick up. These two things you can pick up is for your memory. You know, it's just another way to put you on another level in this truth, to be able to retain these things, man, because, you know, the scriptures tell you, man, that we're a forgetful nation, man. Meaning we slip and fall away from the Most High because we don't like to retain things in our mind. Now this is this is Lamentations 3:20. My soul hath them still in I started 19. Remembering my affliction and my misery, the wormwood and the gall, my soul had them still in remembrance, and is humbled in me. This I recall to my mind. Therefore, I have hope, man. So you got to recall, you got to remember these things in our mind to have hope and keep fighting in this thing, man. And remember these scriptures, man. Remember all these things that the scriptures talk about, and adding these herbs to your arsenal, and these natural things to your arsenal to help you out in this truth is only going to put you on another level. Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, you got what you needed out of this, brothers, and it gets to the ears that needs to hear it to help them out. I want to say double honor to elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, and call halal Yahweh Shem Yahshai.